Hey everybody! Today we're going to talk about the second largest language family in the world, finally, the Sino-Tibetan language family. Now, the reason that this is such a large language family is because of the Chinese languages, such as Mandarin and Cantonese. In fact, they make up 93% of the extant speakers of this group of languages. The other branches of this group are things like Tibetan and the languages that are in Burma. There's also the Karen languages, which I had not heard of. They're also like kind of in between Burma and Thailand. And then there's a smattering of languages that really they can't decide where they belong in the classification within the family, but they're kind of in the mountains in the southeast portion of the Himalayas. Now, because of the oracle bones, which I have a video about, and I think they're really cool, there is technically 3 millennia of written history of these languages. However, what kind of sucks is it's not a phonetic writing system, it's a logographic writing system. So that means we don't really know how the language has sounded in the past. In fact, there is no proto-language for the Sino-Tibetan language family, which is really bizarre for, how long these cultures have existed and had writing. Exacerbating the problem is the languages that are up in the Himalayas are really hard to study. They're remote, and there's not a lot of people who speak them, so it makes it difficult to get down to the nitty-gritty of how this language family spread and evolved, and what's, how did it change, and where did it even come from? They don't even have an Urheimet of this language family. There are proposed Urheimets, but there is no agreed upon Urheimet really beyond, they're probably from China somewhere. Another issue with talking about how this language family is related to each other, how the languages in the family relate to one another, is how different the words are. The only thing on the Wikipedia page that has any sort of cognates is the numbers 1 through 10, and just look at these. Like, there's so many differences between them. There's, for the words for like 3 are all pretty similar. You've got sum, kusum, and mesom. But then look at the words for 4. You've got bji, li, and pe. Like, what is that? That doesn't sound like each other at all, but they're still proposed cognates because you can feasibly understand that there could be some way that those sounds would change into other sounds over such a long time span that this language family has obviously existed. The only other thing I could find talking about how they're related is an analysis of the word order. So a lot of Sino-Tibetan languages are object-verb, but specifically the Chinese languages are subject-verb-object, which is very different, obviously. There's a lot of subject-verb-object languages in the world, but these are the only ones that put relative clauses in front of the nouns that they're describing. So let me put that into English terms. We say the cat on top of the microwave, but if you put that relative clause in front of the noun it's describing, you would say the on top of the microwave cat. It kind of sounds like an adjective when we say it like that, but it's a whole string of words that are their own clause. And I kind of hate to say it, but that's about it. With no proto-language, no Urheimet, no easy way to even categorize the languages in the family, it's kind of where the road ends. A huge problem with this is there's too many huge problems to talk about it. But I feel like, personally, the biggest problem with this language family is there's one branch of it that is literally everything. All of its history, most of its speakers. You can't just have that little piece of information and flesh out the rest of the story with how these people moved around and how they're related and all of that jazz. I think there's a reason that I got to this language family last, and it's because it's just not that interesting. Sorry, I wish it was. I felt like I should cover it because it's the second largest language family in the world. I had talked about essentially every other major language family. I felt like, obviously, I'm going to have to make some video about linguistics in the Americas. That's about the only place I haven't covered. And if I can, I might talk about the Aboriginal Australians. But other than that, I feel like I've covered all my bases. Let me know if there's something huge that I'm missing. But I feel like I'm pretty satisfied. Obviously, I'm going to still talk about specific languages and how their histories affect them and interesting pieces of their linguistics. And I might make another etymology video. I'm not scraping the bottom of the barrel of ideas. I'm just trying to think of my trajectory from here on out because I kind of got into this language family profile hole, and now I'm like, now where do I go? What do people want to see? Tell me what you want to see. Or don't. I'll still think of something. I'm going to talk more about the channel after the goodbye, but I'm not going to make you listen to it if you don't want to. So, thank you very much for watching, Link King. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, so obviously I haven't really uploaded much for a little bit. I've been busy with life. I went back to Ohio to see my family for an early holidays. My work is very busy in the holidays, especially being a baker. And my keychain business, which is on the side, is explosive right now because it's the holidays, and these little keychains that me and Grace make are great stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers. That took too much. I can't wait to go back through that footage and hear what I said at first. But thank you all for your patience. Thank you for the continued growth through this time that I haven't really been super active. I still enjoy making linguistic videos. I still think about linguistics. I still learn about linguistics. So I still have ideas. I'm not done making videos. It's just harder for me to find time to do it, which is unfortunate. Makes me kind of sad, but that's okay. I'll get through it. Anyway, double thank you for watching to the end of the video. And you have a great day.